Hi everyone. This is the second video I've done today because, bless its sweet and gentle little soul, my camera decided to go silent so that I did an entire video without voice. Eesh. So before I edit, I'm going to be checking this very, very carefully and hoping that I don't have to do a third, because as much as I love recording, this is actually a lot. If you've watched videos of me lately, I apologize for the very, very strange and perhaps dark way that things went. If they were depressing, I was going through a thing with my pharmacy and my doctor and the insurance companies that I had the medication I need to prevent seizures. I've done 5 years seizure free and really would like to keep that up. And knock on wood, I'm doing pretty well with that, but a lot of things have kind of gone to the wayside, so I've actually probably horked off a lot of people that I am sorry. I am zonked to the moon. I'm not actually trying to avoid you or mess you about. I just, even these conversations from afar are messing me up. But I hope to come up with more and more weird fact videos and silliness and also calls to action and everything else. Speaking of calls to action, we are being sponsored today by this, once again, by the Stand Up to Cancer Shop. And so on and so forth. So that will be down in the description. I am currently reading a book regarding time travel in ancient Israel. It's the City of God series, not to be confused with the book by Saint Augustine, who I have a few issues with, especially since he had a lot to say regarding disabled children and how it was as a result of some sin committed by their parents, and thus they were somewhat of a curse. And Saint Augie, what the heck? Saint Augie and I don't necessarily get along, although his story is fascinating, and he gave one of my favorite quotes, which is, "Lord, give me continence, but not just yet." He was referring to giving up his party boy lifestyle because he had one, and so on and so forth. And what he meant by that is give me self-control, not that he needed to have a Wii. And apparently he was... Never mind. So, there are also people in this world who seem to have the same thought about disability. It must be some sin, it might be a curse on the parents. And I'm just gonna say it right now, those people suck. You suck. And so on and so forth. But anyway, so check that out. I'm going to be putting the links down in the description. They will be Amazon affiliate links. So this is a sponsored video, sponsored by the Stand Up to Cancer Shop and also Amazon. As always, if I don't like a book, I will not recommend it, even if, you know, I could get a couple pennies for recommending said book on the Amazon affiliate link, because that would be wrong. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you have fun. I've recommended this series to other people and they seem to like it, even if it's got a little bit of a leaning towards... In books regarding ancient Jerusalem, there will always be some form of religion popping through. So, you know, but at the same time, here you go. Here's some fun for you. Here's what I've been doing. besides fighting with the insurance company and just being extremely exhausted because going off of an anti-seizure med or getting back on an anti-seizure med because your insurance company decided to make you jump through hoops with your doctor and the pharmacy and your insurance company is a pain in the tuchus. And I'm hoping to be back to myself soon and communicate and just be the chatty person I usually am. And I'm hoping that I still have people around by the end of this, because holy crap, I have had to tell people, gosh, I love you and I care and I want, but something, I am buggered, I am exhausted and whatever. But that's day-to-day life with epilepsy. Even when you're recovering, sometimes you'll be too tired and just absolutely exhausted and zonked that you cannot really hold a conversation. And it's okay. It's okay to be zonked. It's okay to be tired. And it's okay. And most people are being really, really patient right now. There's a few people I'm terrified to text back and be like, hey, listen, I'm going through a thing, but I just wanted to let you know that I still care, because I think they think that I'm jerking them around a little bit, and I'm really, really sorry to those people, but you are totally loved, and I am handling, and I am still working on the goals towards progress. And I don't want to say the words I'm working on or I'm trying, because those aren't the words that I'm doing. I'm doing. It feels too slow for me, but I am doing. And I know that I've made a lot of progress for 5-year seizure free. I did my usual. When I first started on being seizure free for, say, a week, a month, I would go over and I would get, because they started me on the keto diet, so I learned that I could get a full fat hot chocolate. And it would cut down the number of carbs that I had, because, you know, my diet is basically high fat and moderate protein with not as much sugar. So I learned I could do that, and it was a nice treat once a month. So I went across the street and I got myself my full fat hot chocolate, and I partied down, dudes. And so I guess my advice is to know that you're loved and to party down, dudes. And to love one another and to love yourself and just be awesome. Take good care. Rest if you need to. And if your insurance company is messing you up, you don't have to be nice and just take it. You can say, I need my medication. This is what I need. This is what it does for me. I am doing this, this, and this, and this, and I need my meds, and you need to stop screwing me around. And that is okay. And yeah, there's a polite way of saying it, and I actually had to, but sometimes it's also okay to have to be a little more assertive and say, listen, you need to stop screwing me about. It's your body, it's your life, and it's your health. And sometimes, I guess, if you look back at the real world, the intro would say when people stop being nice and start getting real. Sometimes you gotta do that. And just know that some people might be like, well, you need to be more polite. Sometimes you gotta actually, sure, use diplomacy. But sometimes, listen, for the sake of your life and your health, sometimes you gotta stand up and be a little bit more aggressive. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you're all good, and I will get back to you. Right now, I have a lot of resting to do. And that's okay. It's okay to need rest. And it's okay to know your limits. Anyway, you're loved. Once again, take really, really good care of yourselves, and whatever you need to get done, do it. Love you.